Hello everyone, welcome to Fame World Educational Hub. I am Aishwarya Saxena and in this video I am going to discuss important Java programming interview questions, their answers and explanations. So stay tuned till the end. Let's start. Question number 1. What is Java and explain its features? Java is a high-level object-oriented platform independent programming language developed by Sun Microsystems in 1995. It is widely used for building applications across various domains. The key features could be platform independent, object oriented, robust, multi threaded, secure. When we talk about that Java is a platform independent language, it is because of the JVM. It uses the JVM, that is the Java virtual machine, to run on any platform. Object oriented follows principles like inheritance, encapsulation, and polymorphism. It is robust. It offers a strong memory management and exception handling. Multi-threaded. It supports concurrent programming. Secure. It is secure. It provides a runtime secure environment by eliminating explicit pointer usage. Understanding Java's core features demonstrate your knowledge of why Java is preferred in many applications. Question 2. What is the difference between JDK, JRE and JVM? JDK stands for Java Development Kit. It includes tools for developing Java applications, compiler, debugger, etc. And JRE also. When we talk about JRE is nothing but the Java runtime environment. It provides libraries and JVM for running Java applications. Then comes the JVM, that is the Java Virtual Machine. It executes Java bytecode, ensuring platform independence. Clarifying these components shows your understanding of Java architecture and its ecosystem. Explain OOPS concepts in Java. There are mainly 7 OOPS concepts, but let's talk about the major OOPS concepts first of all. Inheritance, encapsulation, polymorphism, and abstraction. Inheritance allows a class to acquire properties and methods from another. Encapsulation restricts access to internal object details and allows controlled access through getter and setter. Polymorphism allows one method to behave differently based on the object it is acting upon. Abstraction hides complex implementation details and exposes only the functionality. A strong grasp of object oriented concepts is crucial as Java heavily relies on them for code structure and reuse. Question number 4. What are the differences among string, string builder, and string buffer? String is immutable. Every modification creates a new object. String buffer is mutable and non thread safe, better for single threaded operations. And when we talk about a string buffer, it is mutable and thread safe, suitable for multi threaded. Understanding the pros and cons of these classes is essential for optimizing memory and performance. Question number 5. What are checked and unchecked exceptions? Checked exceptions must be handled at compile time. For example, IO exception, SQL exception. Unchecked exceptions occur at runtime to do not require explicit handling. For example, null pointer exception, arithmetic exception. Demonstrating knowledge of exceptions highlights your understanding of Java's robust error handling mechanism. Question number 6. What is the purpose of the final keyword in Java? The final variable, final method, and final class. Final keyword can be used in 3 different ways. When we talk about final variable, its value cannot be changed once assigned. That means it becomes constant. Final method cannot be overridden by subclasses, and final class cannot be extended. Using final effectively enhances program safety and design clarity. Question number 7. What is the difference between double equal and equals method? Double equal compares references, memory locations of objects, and equals method compares the content or value of two objects. This question tests your understanding of object comparison, a fundamental concept in Java. Question number 8. What are Java collections? Explain the types. Java collection frameworks provide classes and interfaces for storing and manipulating groups of data. The key interfaces: list, set, queue, map. List ordered and allows duplicates. For example, array list and linked list. Set is unordered and no duplicates are allowed. For example, hash set, tree set. Queue follows FIFO, that is first in, first out. Example, priority queue. Map stores key value pairs. For example, hash map and tree map. Knowing collection is crucial for handling data effectively in Java applications. Question number 9. What is multithreading in Java and how it is implemented? Multithreading allows concurrent execution of two or more threads to maximize CPU utilization. Implementation could be extending and implementing. Extending thread class. Override the run method. Implementing runnable interface. Define the run method and pass it to thread object. Multi-threading knowledge is vital for building efficient, responsive applications. Question number 10. Explain garbage collection in Java. Garbage collection automatically reclaims unused memory, ensuring efficient use of resources. How it works? Performed by the JVM, uses algorithms like mark and sweep, generational GC. The methods to request GC, system.gc method and runtime.getRuntime.gc method. Knowing garbage collection showcases your understanding of Java's memory management. Number 11. What is the difference between an abstract class and an interface? Abstract class can have abstract and concrete methods, supports fields, non-static and static, use extends for inheritance, allows constructors, whereas interface contain abstract methods. Java 8 Plus also supports default and static method. Fields are public, static, and final by default, and use implements for inheritance. Understanding when to use abstract classes versus interface is critical for designing extensible codes. Question number 12. What is the difference between overloading and overwriting? Method overloading. Same method name, different parameter list. Resolved at compile time. It is static binding. Method overriding. Subclass refines a parent class's method with the same signature. Resolved at runtime. Dynamic binding. Demonstrates your understanding of polymorphism and code reusability. Question number 13. What is the transient keyword in Java? Marks a variable as non-serializable. During serialization, transient variables are not included in the serialized objects. Example is as follows. This tests your knowledge of serialization and data handling in Java. Question number 14. Explain the Java memory model and its division. Java memory is divided into heap, stack, method area, PC register, native method stack. When we talk about heap, it stores objects and JRE classes. Stack stores methods, call frames, and local variables. Memory area stores classes, metadata. PC register track current instructions. Native method stack used for native method execution. Understanding the memory model is crucial for debugging and optimizing applications. What are the different types of inner classes in Java? Static nested class, non-static inner class, local inner class, anonymous inner class. When we talk about the static nested class, it is declared with static. Non-static inner class associated with an outer class instance. Local inner class defined with a method. Anonymous inner class has no name and is used for short-term usage. Knowing inner classes help in structuring classes and minimizing code dependencies. Question number 16. What is the difference between hash map and hashable? Hash map and hash tables. Answer. Hash map. Not synchronized, not thread safe. Allows one null key and multiple null values. Hash table. Synchronized, that is thread safe, doesn't allow null keys or values. This showcases your understanding of collections and concurrent programming. Question number 17. What are functional interfaces in Java? Functional interfaces have exactly one abstract method. They are used for lambda expression. Example, runnable, callable, comparator. Introduced in Java 8, functional interfaces are foundation for functional programming. Question number 18. How does Java handle multiple inheritance? Java doesn't support multiple inheritance with classes to avoid diamond problem. However, it allows multiple inheritance through interfaces or default methods. When we talk about interfaces, a class can implement multiple inheritance. Default methods in the case of conflicts that class must override the method. This highlights your understanding of Java's design philosophy. Question number 19. What is the difference among wait, sleep, and join methods? Wait method temporarily releases the lock, allowing other threads to execute. Sleep method pauses the thread for a specific duration but doesn't release the lock. Join method waits for the thread to complete execution. This tests your concurrency knowledge, a vital part of Java programming. Question number 20. What is the purpose of the volatile keyword? Ensures visibility of changes to variables across thread. Prevents threads from catching variables, forcing them to read from main memory. Example is as follows. This is crucial for ensuring data consistency in concurrent programming. What are Java annotations and why are they used? Annotations are metadata used to provide additional information to the compiler and runtime about program elements like classes, methods, and fields. The types are built-in annotations and custom annotations. Built-in annotations example include override, deprecated, suppress warnings, and custom annotations defined using interface. Example is as follows. Annotations improve code readability, aid in validation, and simplify configurations. Question number 22. What is the synchronized keyword in Java? The synchronized keyword is used to control thread access to critical section of the code or shared resources, preventing race condition. The types are method synchronization and block synchronization. The method synchronization locks the entire method, whereas the block synchronization locks a specific block of the code within a method. Example is as follows. This tests your understanding of thread safety in Java application. Question number 23. What are Java streams and how do you use them? Java streams, introduced in Java 8, provide a functional programming approach to the process sequences of data. The key operations are intermediate and terminal. When we talk about intermediate, filter, map, and sorted methods are there, whereas for the terminal, for each, collect, and reduce methods are present. Example is as follows. Streams simplify data processing tasks and showcase functional programming concepts. Question number 24. What is the difference between comparable and comparator? When we talk about comparable, it is used to define natural ordering, implements compare to. Comparator used for custom ordering implements compare. Example is as follows. Understanding these interfaces is vital for sorting and organizing data. Question number 25. What is the purpose of super keyword in Java? The super keyword is used to access parent class methods or fields called parent class constructors. Example is as follows. This highlights inheritance and the ability to reuse parent class functionalities. Question number 26. Explain the difference between callable and runnable. Callable does not return a result or throw checked exceptions. Callable returns a result and can throw checked exceptions. Example is as follows. This shows your understanding of advanced concurrency in Java. Question number 27. What is the difference between throw and throws? Throw used to explicitly throw an exception. Throws declares the exceptions that a memory can throw. Example is as follows. Differentiating these is crucial for exception handling clarity. What are default and static methods in interfaces? Default methods provide implementation in interfaces useful for backward compatibility, whereas the static methods can be called on the interface itself, not on its implementations. Example is as follows. Introduced in Java 8, these features enhances interfaces flexibility. Question number 29. What is the difference between deep copy and shallow copy in Java? Shallow copy copies only references, not the actual objects. Changes in the original object reflect in the copy. Deep copy creates a new object and copies all fields recursively. Example is as follows. This tests your understanding of object cloning and memory management. Question number 30. Explain the difference among public, private, protected, and default access modifiers. Public accessible from any class. Private accessible only within the declared class. Protected accessible within the package and by subclasses. Default, which is also known as package private, accessible only within the package. Access modifier demonstrates your ability to control encapsulation and data hiding actively. What are weak references in Java? How are they useful? Weak references are references that do not prevent their referents from being garbage collected. Used in caches where objects should be garbage collected when not in active use. Example is as follows. Weak references optimize memory usage and demonstrate knowledge of Java's memory model. Question number 32. What is the purpose of the final keyword in Java? Final keyword can be used in three different ways in Java programming. Final variable, final method, and final class. Final variable, its value cannot be changed after initialization. That means it becomes constant. Final method cannot be overridden by subclass. And final class cannot be extended. Example is as follows. This keyword enforces immutability and security in your code. Question number 33. What are daemon threads? How are they different from the user threads? Daemon threads, background threads that provide support service to the user threads. JVM, that is the Java Virtual Machine, terminates them when no user threads are running. User threads are primary threads that keeps JVM running. Example is as follows. Daemon threads are critical for understanding threads lifecycle management. Question number 34. What is the difference among string buffer, and string builder in Java? String is immutable. New objects are created for each modification. String builder is mutable, not thread safe. String buffer is mutable, which is thread safe. Example is as follows. Demonstrates your understanding of performance trade-offs in string manipulation. Question number 35. What is the difference between serializable and externalizable? Serializable, default serialization mechanism. Java handles object state. Externalizable, custom serialization. You define how the object is serialized and deserialized. Example is as follows. Test your knowledge of object persistence and optimization strategies. Question number 36. How does the Java class loader works? A class loader loads Java class into the JVM, that is the Java virtual machine. The types include Bootstrap class loader, extension class loader, and application class loader. Bootstrap class loader loads core Java classes. Extension class loader loads classes from ext directories. Application class loader loads classes from the application class path. Understanding class loader help in debugging and managing dynamic class loading. Question number 37. What is the optional class in Java? Why it is used? Introduced in Java 8, optional is used to handle null values gracefully, reducing null pointer exception. Example is as follows. Optional enhances code readability and ensures null safety. Question number 38. What is the difference between checked and unchecked exceptions? Let's talk about checked exceptions. They must be declared in the throws clause or handled with a try catch block. For example, IO exception. Unchecked exceptions. Subclasses of runtime exception, not mandatory to handle. Example, null pointer exception. Demonstrates your knowledge of error handling and exception hierarchy. Question number 39. Explain how garbage collection works in Java. Garbage collection in Java automatically reclaims memory occupied by unreachable objects. The key processes are mark and sweep and generational GC. Mark and sweep identifies and removes unreachable objects. Generational GC divides the heap into young, old, and permanent generations for efficiency. Understanding garbage collection ensures efficient memory management and application performance. Question number 40. What are the types of design patterns in Java? Creational patterns, structural patterns, and behavioral patterns. Creational patterns handle object creation, for example, singleton, factory, or builder. Structural patterns organize classes and objects, for example, adapter, decoder, and proxy. Whereas behavioral patterns manage object communication, for example, observer, strategy, and command. Example of singleton is as follows. Design patterns showcase your ability to write reusable and maintainable code. What is the purpose of the volatile keyword in Java? The volatile keyword ensures that changes to a variable are visible to all threads. It prevents the JVM from catching the variable value locally in a thread. Example is as follows. Volatile variable ensures thread visibility, making it an essential concept for multithreading. Question number 42. How does Java achieve platform independence? Java achieves platform independence through the JVM, that is the Java Virtual Machine. Java code is compiled into platform independent bytecode by the Java compiler. This bytecode can run on any JVM regardless of the underlying hardware or operating system. This tests your understanding of Java's architecture and why it is a VORA, that is the right once read anywhere language. Question number 43. What is the difference between hash code and equals methods in Java? Equals determines object equality based on values, whereas hash code method generates a hash code used in hash based collections like hash map or hash set. If two objects are equal, their hash code must be the same. Example is as follows. Demonstrate your ability to implement and maintain the contract in Java. Question number 44. What is the difference among JDK, JRE and JVM? JDK, that is the Java Development Kit, JRE, that is the Java Runtime Environment, and JVM, that is the Java Virtual Machine. Let's talk about JDK. It contains tools for Java development like compiler and debugger, etc. JRE provides a runtime environment for Java programs, including the JVM and libraries. JVM, that is the Java Virtual Machine, executes bytecode and provides platform independence. This highlights your understanding of Java's development and runtime environment. Question number 45. What is the difference between a deep copy and a clone in Java? Clone creates a shallow copy unless deep copy logic is explicitly implemented. Deep copy copies all objects referenced by the original object. Example is as follows. Test your grasp of object cloning and memory management. Question number 46. What are functional interfaces in Java? Name a few examples. A functional interface has exactly one abstract method and can be implemented using lambda expression. For example, runnable, callable, predicate function. Example is as follows. Functional interfaces are the foundation of functional programming in Java. Question number 47. What is the purpose of the transient keyword in Java? The transient keyword in Java prevents a field from being serialized. Example is as follows. This demonstrates your understanding of Java serialization mechanism and security. Question number 48. What is a thread pool and why it is used? A thread pool manages a collection of reusable threads for executing tasks. The benefits could be reduces overhead of thread creation and destruction, allows better resource utilization. Example is as follows. Threads pools are crucial for scalable multi-threaded applications. Question number 49. What is the try with resources statement in Java? Introduced in Java 7, it simplifies resource management by automatically closing resources implementing auto-closable. Example is as follows. Prevents resource leaks, demonstrating effective exception handling. Question number 50. Explain the difference between abstract class and interface. Abstract class can have both abstract and concrete methods, support instance variables and constructors. In interface, all methods are implicitly public and abstract, except default and static methods. It supports multiple inheritance. Example is as follows. Knowing when to use an abstract class versus an interface is critical in designing robust applications. These questions focus on advanced Java concept, showcasing your in-depth knowledge of multi-threading, functional programming, and memory management. Let me know if you want more questions. In this series, I will be discussing multiple questions related to Java programming, which are very important for the interview or Viva. So stay tuned, do not forget to subscribe, and see you in the next video. Till then, keep learning, keep growing.